Welcome to the Suburban Stitcher podcast. This is episode 135 and it is December 7th. I am in the middle of the Christmas holidays, as are we all, or the Advent season. I'm also in the middle of Vlogmas, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about knitting and the normal podcast this week. But if you are not already aware, or if you watch me on iTunes, I am doing a little short video every day that's only posted over on YouTube. So I would love for all of you to go over there. Sorry, I'm in my kitchen. It's just a much different angle, and I feel like things are strange right now. Anyway, so I invite you all to go over there to YouTube on my same Suburban Stitcher channel, but I have a little short video. Sometimes it's 4 or 5 minutes. Sometimes it's, I don't think any of them have been more than 10. So they're quite short. Just little snippets of my day, what I'm working on, what the family is doing, and lots of fun over there. So definitely go and check that out. Another announcement that I have is I had a giveaway on the last episode only on YouTube, and it was for a copy of the ADVENT pattern collection by Curious Handmaids, Helen Stewart. And I went ahead and did random.org offline. I did that already, and I pulled the winner, and the winner's name, because it was a YouTube thing, the winner's name is Whitney Jashinsky. And Whitney, if you will message me or email me, I will get your download code over to you ASAP, and then you can have those beautiful holiday knits and patterns headed your way so that you can start maybe some gift knitting for this year. I had so much fun reading all of the comments and all of the things that you're making, and some of you are quite generous with your gift knitting. It makes me want to be like you one day. I am still in the very selfish knitting phase of my knitting career, and I love everything that I make so much, I just have to keep it. So Whitney, message me or email me, and I'm Diane, Dianne at suburbanstitcher.com is my email address. The last announcement that I want to make, and it's sort of a spoiler because I'm still working out a lot of the details, but I want to just get you thinking. Next year, all of 2018, we are going to be having a year-long knit along that I'm calling Get Suburban. And it is a knit along that will be highlighting Suburban Stitcher yarns, of course, but most of all, it's highlighting you. And the reason that I say that is because every single episode that I tape, whether it's weekly, every other week, whenever it is, every single episode, I'm going to be pulling winners from the Get Suburban thread in the Ravelry group. So what you're going to do, and again, I will flesh out all of the exact details, but I'm kind of just giving you a little heads up. This is where my mind is going with this. As you finish projects made with Suburban Stitcher yarn, you're going to post a picture in the Get Suburban finished object thread. And it's going to be a continuous thread throughout the entire year. Sometimes I might pull winners from that thread. Sometimes I might pull it from the Get Suburban hashtag on Instagram. It just depends. But it is going to be so fun to see what other people are making with Suburban Stitcher yarn. And because it's cumulative, the more you knit and the more you finish, the more times you're eligible to win, because that same thread I will just pull from every single month. So even if you made something in January, you still could be entered to win every single time I draw. The other great thing about it is that most of the prizes, if not all of them, will be pattern downloads. And those of you who are also podcasters know that we as podcasters get a lot of pattern donations given to us, or pattern prizes to give out, or book reviews, that type of thing. And sometimes it's really hard to know exactly how to do those giveaways for patterns and give them the appropriate amount of excitement and attention. And so this way, you will either be getting a, just released exciting new pattern from a designer that has donated it to the podcast, or it might be that I decide that it's pattern of your choice. So, but we're highlighting patterns, we're highlighting designers. And so that's really fun. And then you get your prize quick, and it's just a, yay, you made a great thing. Everybody gets to see your finished object, because I'll put a picture here on the podcast and everyone gets to ooh and ah over it, which is super fun. And then you might win something for it too. So again, I'll be putting all the details out as I flesh them out a little bit more. But I just want to encourage you now to start thinking about the Get Suburban Knit Along that's coming up in 2018. So this week for knitting, I do not have any finished objects. I have been knitting on many things, none of which are close to finishing. It's kind of how it goes, right? I am getting so close, and this is in my Studio in the Green Christmas cocoa bag. I've had this for maybe 2 or 3 years now. Absolutely love it. One of my favorite holiday bags. But I'm so close to getting done with my second sock on this pair. It's quite interesting. You can see they do not match up at the bottom. And I'll tell you why. First, let me talk about the yarn. This yarn I get so many comments and questions about, but it is by Brazen Stitchery, who is a Texas dyer. And the colorway is You'll Shoot Your Eye Out from A Christmas Story. So it is on her, it's a self-striping yarn, obviously, on her paparazzi sock, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and 5% stellina. It is 3 stripes, a green, a red, and this multicolored, fun, Christmas light inspired stripe. And yes. So anyway, I knit this first sock on DPNs, and I knit it last year. And I love knitting on DPNs, but it is not the quickest for me. So because of that, I had started the second sock on DPNs until about here, maybe. Actually, I can see it. My gauge changed. Right about here. The first sort of repeat in a little bit. And then the rest of this has been knit on Magic Loop, because I was not picking these up to knit on. I just wasn't. And I want them finished for Christmas this year. I would love to have these as my sort of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, new sock gift to myself. So I am almost done. They will not be exactly matchy-matchy because my gauge changed. And so apparently I knit quite a bit looser. You can see the stripes start getting wider and further apart there, but they will be close enough. The dilemma is I can't decide if I continue my same number of rounds or if I just don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I still have to cut in the heels on these. So it remains to be seen if I will just have 2 different height socks or if I will, I don't know. But all I do know is that the knitting is almost done. Oh, and I have one of my super cute Sucre Miniatures Christmas charms on here. This is a little Christmas cupcake with a Santa hat on it. So that's really fun. The next let's see. I have another sock that I've been working on. I put this in a Christmas bag, and this is one of my first project bags that I ever purchased. And it's from Stitched by Sasha. I don't know if she is still in business. Stitched by Sasha. It's a cute box bag in this really pretty vintagey Christmas fabric. And I am knitting away. This is the pair of socks that I intend to be for Jack, my youngest son, for Christmas, hopefully. So we'll see. But he picked out this yarn. I started them over the summer. So the first one is done. They both have Sucra cupcakes on them. This is a Shark Week cupcake. All these lights, it doesn't know what to do. That's a Shark Week cupcake. And then the second one going along quite nicely. And this has my little frozen cupcake on it. Frozen icy Christmassy cupcake. So this is just another easy zoom along project. I think I'm gonna finish the pair of socks for me first. And then this is kind of the next sock that gets worked on. The yarn is Kirby Werby yarn in the Weaselbird colorway. And she's dyeing yarn, and if you like it, you should message her. It's also on a BFL nylon base. It's a little bit rougher on my hands, and so I tend not to work on it for super long periods of time, but I do like how they wear. And then the last pair of socks that I have just had in the rotation is my Gilmore Girls. Oh my gosh, everything has a Sucra cupcake on it. I love that. I've only done a very tiny bit on these, but I will show them anyway. So the yarn for this pair of socks, this is the first one. The main color is the Yarn at Home Mom on her basic fingering, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the colorway is Dragonfly In. And the heel, toe, and cuff on this one are my experimental accidental plum, which I cannot create. Again, one of these days I'm just gonna figure out something close and just rename it accidental plum. Hopefully. But the second one is going. These are in no hurry whatsoever. They're just gonna get done when they get done. So yeah, so this is really pretty. And then again, this has a Sucra cupcake. This is a fall one with a little maple leaf on it, like a pumpkin. Maybe it'll show, maybe it won't. Anyway, so that is that. So those are the 3 socks that I just have had in rotation working on. I haven't worked on any sweaters lately. I have just been working away on these socks and this next project, which is taking up so much of my brain space and love and attention right now for knitting. So let me show you. I'm sorry, the camera is a little bit higher, as you can see, because you can see the floor behind me, which means that the camera is up because that's all I can say. I wanted the tree in the background. It's so pretty. And yeah, so I want to also say really quickly before I show you my next work in progress, see that little candle right there? And it's on this crocheted little doily thing. I went to our town's, like they call it Miracle at Morton Street. Morton Street is the main street in our downtown Richmond. And it's one of those very quaint, older, you know, kind of downtown areas that looks like an old small town downtown, like an old town Main Street feel with cute gift stores and galleries and restaurants and coffee shops. And I mean, just super cute. And they have the first Saturday of every December, they have Miracle on Morton Street, and it's where Santa is out there and you can take pictures with Santa, and they have a street craft fair. And I took some video from it last weekend, but it didn't make it into the Vlogmas because it was not very good video. But I did not purchase very many things, but I did purchase this candle that's like a cinnamon berry scent. The company is called Four Sisters Candles, and it was four sisters, 9 years old and younger. And the 9-year-old pours all these candles and does it herself. And she was the best marketer ever. She was so great. And I just couldn't not buy a candle from them. They were so cute. And then the little crocheted like doily thing is from a booth where the 90-year-old aunt was sitting in her little chair, in her little camp chair, and crocheting like right there. And she was making all these things, and her niece was there selling everything, like doing the money and whatnot. And yeah, I was just so charmed by her. And she finished something while I was sitting there. She said, okay, it's ready to go. Put it on the table. So she was literally making things for her booth during the day, which I just thought was amazing and so sweet. And I could certainly make that myself, but I was happy to buy a $3 crocheted doily to support this sweet lady. Yeah. And I didn't have to make it. So there you go. So that was that. Yeah. So the last work in progress that I've been working on this week is my ADVENTurous Wrap. This is a pattern by Amba O'Brien, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. I pulled the yarn before Halloween to make this wrap. She had been advertising it in her group, and I just knew that I had to make it. It's not a mystery. The whole pattern is out, and you can knit the thing from start to finish right now if you wanted. But the whole idea is to have something to do with those minis that you get from advent calendars. And you can certainly do it just like that as a mystery and knit, the minis as you get them, or you can do what I did and meticulously and very purposely lay out minis and skeins of yarn in a fade and do it that way. So this is my start. Wow, it looks so pretty on that screen right now. This is my start. The pattern, and this isn't giving away because it's the shape. So basically you have two triangular shawls that sort of meet in the middle. And you can go out, it's called ADVENTurous Wrap. ADVENT for ADVENTurous Wrap. It's by Amba O'Brien. But so I started here, and this is maybe 6 different colors. Yeah, because we've had 6 days. Today's the 7th, and I haven't started today's yarn. So yes. So 6 different yarns all faded in here, and I feel like I did a pretty good job fading them in. So it's all garter stitch. Yeah, I'm really loving it. And because these early days were so little, I went ahead and started the second half. Because of course. So that is the second half of it. This is maybe 4, 1, 2, 3. This is 4 days worth. I have not added in the 5th day. But I have all of the notes. If you go to my Ravelry page, and I will try to link it in the show notes here, but if you go to my Ravelry page, I have all of the yarns that I've used so far. They're listed. I will have the weights and all of that stuff because I am weighing everything before and after I start and keeping notes on everything every day as I complete sections and as I go. But yeah, so I'm really loving this. It was quite neutral to begin with. I had this sort of grayish blue start on this one and this sort of browns, but now we're getting into the blues and greens here, and we're getting into some rose golds right there. The next color for this little one is very gold. So yeah, it's so fun. It's so addicting. I could fade yarns for the rest of my life and be happy. I think I just love it. I love color play. I love it so much. You have no idea. So, and honestly, the back of these is almost prettier than the front. So this is the front side, and you can sort of see the very visible stripes, but this back side like fades them so nicely, right? So that's the front, and it's a little stripier, slightly stripier. But the back is beautiful. And the same with this one. Here's the front. You can see some very deliberate stripes there, and then there's the back. Much more faded. So fun. I can't even. I just love it so much. So that has been taking a lot of my attention and my time for knitting, as well as just being present in the family and in this month. The next couple of things that I want to talk about are some Hello Lovelies. And I'm bringing over a bin. It's not full, but it's almost full. So I did purchase, what do I want to talk about first? I want to talk about my Advent, or 12, I keep calling it Advent only because I'm doing it during Advent, but it's really a 12 days of Christmas thing. I purchased a 12 days of Christmas countdown kit thing from Lavender Loon, and oh my gosh, so fun. So much fun. So I want to show you, today is the 7th, and I've already opened up today's, but I've been keeping the little tags on them just because I can. So here's day 1, it's green, 2, let's see, this was 3, I believe, 3, it's kind of these purples and golds, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So today is the pinks and purples. So yeah, so we have this whole collection of minis that I'm just so excited to use. I can't wait to figure out what to put them in. And they may not go all in the same project, but they're just fun to have for blankets or for heels and toes, scrappy projects, all sorts of things. So yeah, so that is my Lavender Loon 12 Days of Christmas countdown that I've had so much fun opening up every day. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to pause this in a minute because I forgot one thing. I really treated myself to, she's not a new dyer, but it's the first time I've purchased her yarn, and I lost my ever-loving mind on her last shop update. Okay, my hair is like coming down. It's too short in the back now to stay in a braid. I am now the official owner of some cat sandwich fibers. Super cute logo. I don't know how many skeins of yarn I bought. 4. So this one is called Merry and Bright. I bought, it's gonna be a little crinkle. I will try to. This one is Mauve on Over Baby. This one is Aurora Borealis. And this is on a single ply base. The speckles right there are so pretty. And this one is Mossy Garden. And this one actually might be my favorite. It's with the pinks and grays. So pretty. So that was exciting. This was all like Black Friday sales. Peepaloo Fields. Oh my gosh. I stinking love this yarn so much. These 3 different colors. This one is Bumble. This one is, what is this one? Robin. The middle one is Robin. And this one is Pontoon. And I don't even know that I could pick a favorite because they're all so beautiful. And how could I not show you this? I got my first ever Simply Serving charm. It's a little plate with Christmas cookies. So this is gonna have to go on a Christmas project very soon. I have about 3 things that I want to cast on very soon, which is why I'm trying to finish up some of these socks so that I can justify starting some new things, especially since it's already December 7th. I won a prize. I went to my LYS on the day after Black Friday, so the Saturday, and they were having sales and all sorts of fun things, and I won a prize in their little giveaway, and they mailed it to me. And it is it may actually go in the prize bucket for the podcast, I'm not sure. But this is Debbie Bliss. It's like a Rialto luxury sock. 75% wool, 25% nylon or polyamide. But it's this like tweedy, I don't know, I can't decide if I'm gonna keep it or put it in the prize vault. But it just looks like it would make some fun tweedy, almost like hand spun socks, right? And it has the polyamide. I did not realize it had polyamide, superwash wool and the polyamide nylon. So we'll see, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the fate of this is, but it's pretty. It would be super, super fun. I made a purchase from a shop that is called Bed of Roses, and this lovely lady has been a watcher of the podcast for a while, I believe, and she has a shop. She is based in Norway. Oh my gosh, how do I not know? Belgium? I am so embarrassed right now. I literally do not know. Anyway, she has a beautiful shop where she sells bags and knitting jewelry. And it is the most beautiful, beautiful things. And I just happened upon her Instagram and saw that she had a shop and went over, and my mind was absolutely blown with her stuff. So I think I purchased these 2, and then she like completely wowed me with so many things. So I purchased this Progress Keeper that is so beautiful. It is a little set of beads with a feather and a little like coin thing. I mean, it's just so pretty and dainty. I wish I had something. Let's see if this background will be better for it. There we go. So it's just so beautiful. So that's that one, that Progress Keeper jewelry. And I think I purchased this, and it's like a little collection of Progress Keepers of various kinds. So there's the little pins on here. There's some extra little like lobster clips. There's this pretty thing. There's a pine cone. There's a key. There's just all sorts of extra goodies. And I love that they're all on the brass. I just think that's really cozy and beautiful. Then she sent me this super fun necklace that I honestly have worn almost every day. It's on a like leather rope. Sorry, this thing is sliding. It's on a leather rope, as you can see. It's got this very pretty collection of brass things with a bead, like there's some wooden beads and some pink beads and some more. I'm using a couple of these right now, but she has some little bitty rings on there, so you can use those. Like just, I mean, so beautiful. I can't even. I just absolutely love it. And she sent some giveaways. So I have some things to give away. Catherine. She's in Norway. I was right the first time. Catherine, she is at _bed_of_roses. I don't know if she wants this top part. I mean, it comes in her packages, so I guess she's fine with it being out there, but I want to put that right there. There we go. Bed of roses. I don't know if that's going to be clear enough. The font is a little hard to read on the camera. But that is her shop. So beautiful. And I have some giveaways. So I think there's one more that didn't make it into my hands, but her packaging, I mean, look at this. So beautiful. Like this one, the little thing, the little rose petal fell off, but like she has rose petals taped. And this feels like some fun stuff in here, y'all. So you definitely are going to want to enter this giveaway. And this one I will put on Ravelry. The other, yeah, I just had to show y'all. Like, seriously, so beautiful. And then the card had like leather. I mean, seriously. It also like exploded with, look at this. See, she made hand tied, and then it has like all the little things are falling. It has dried rose petals in it. So like the detail of this blew me away. Some people are so good at that stuff. It is not my forte, so I appreciate it immensely when I see amazing packaging. And it was literally opening the most beautiful present. It was amazing. So head over to her shop and check out her beautiful things, and then also head over to Ravelry, and there will be a giveaway for those little packages. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is a little shop update news. There is lots of yarn in there, so and I'm putting new things in every day. And then I also have some of these little bags. Well, they're actually not little, they're quite big, but they are padded. And you can see there's like gold snowflakes, a linen bottom, and they're a lot taller than my regular size bag. So it's a great size for shawls or a couple of pairs of socks. But for those a little bit bigger, cozier projects this time of year, it'd be great for your Jody shawl if you have a kit. And I think there's only a couple left, but they're ready to ship. So that's it. I hope that y'all have a great week, and keep watching Vlogmas. I will see you every day over on YouTube. Bye, y'all.